Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome to the great state of Texas, where it is nice. Well, actually, it's windy and cloudy today, but I'm in Lancaster today, so just waiting to get loaded down here. Got some chemicals or something that they're throwing on me, so that's heading back to Utah. But I just wanted to talk to you guys for a moment about uh, batteries in particular for your truck and some maintenance. Just hit kind of key points on the maintenance and then battery life. So the day before yesterday, I was down in, well, I guess we'll start out. The day before yesterday morning, I was in Van Horn, Texas, and my batteries were dead when I woke up, and I didn't give it much thought. I'd been watching TV, and they had been going bad for a while. They start to give you signs. They're slowly wearing out. I noticed my little alarm going off more at night where I'd have to get up and start the truck. And so I woke up in Van Horn, Texas, and they were dead. And I was just thinking, oh, well, guess I'll have to replace batteries when I get back to Utah. Well, so I have a roadside maintenance uh, account that I called, and they came and jumped my truck, which it's a pretty good deal. So the roadside maintenance, they'll tell me if I'm within 50 miles of a Volvo, because I have the Volvo VNL 670. I have a aftermarket warranty on it. But so they'll tell me for free if I'm within 50 miles of a Volvo. Um, I found out that if it's to do with my batteries, that to come out and jump me, they'll cover up to $150, and so it didn't cost me anything to have them jump. Just the time and waiting for the guy. It took in between an hour and a half and 2 hours for the guy to get there. But anyways, he came, jumped it. Um, I was at a Pilot that morning over in Van Horn, Texas. Um, and so they don't have a maintenance shop there, if you're wondering. So I had to call out a third party guy, is what um, the aftermarket or the roadside assistance program did. But so they called them out. They came out. They jumped me. No big deal. Wasted a couple hours. But other than that, didn't take any money out of my pocket per se. But so I headed on down. I was delivering in New Braunfels, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. New Braunfels, Texas. Um, the next morning, and so it's about 400-mile drive, 450. Not too bad of a push. So I headed down there. No big deal. Didn't have any issues or anything. But there was a couple of times when I just smelt this weird smell, and what the crap is that? But anyways, I get to New Braunfels, and there's another Pilot that is about a mile, half a mile away from where I was delivering down there. And so I pull in there just to get a spot for the night so that I can get some food and hang out and then head over to where I was delivering in the morning. I pulled up to the fuel island and noticed this really nasty smell, right? I'm thinking, what's that? That's, I can't sleep if I can smell that. And I just thought it was something in the air there in New Braunfels. But, and so I called into the Pilot and got me a reserve spot because all the other spots were taken. And so they just told me to go grab one and then come inside. So I went over and grabbed one. I backed in. I shut off my tractor and opened the door. As soon as I opened the door, just this horrendous smell hits me. And I'm thinking, geez, like, how am I going to be able to sleep? I'm going to have to let my truck run all night so that, I can have the air conditioner on so I don't get the smell from outside in my truck. And so I jumped out of my truck and I started walking into the Pilot, and as I got further away from the truck, the smell was gone. And so, um, then it started hitting my head. Well, maybe that smell's coming from my truck. But anyways, I went inside, paid for my spot, got some food, and came back outside, and it was just nice, clean air. Didn't smell anything weird, or I'm just thinking, what the heck? And so as I get closer to my truck, here comes this smell back, and so sure enough, it's right under the driver's door. So I'm thinking, oh man, it's those batteries. And so I popped the little side skirt open, and sure enough, the third battery, well, the second battery in line, I guess. Um, the first and the second one. The second one was actually had smoke coming out of it. The cell's completely bad. And oh my gosh, does it stink to unbelievable, like a whole warehouse of rotten egg stink comes out of those things. I don't know if you guys have ever smelled them or not, but that smell was just horrendous. So if you ever smell any hardcore rotten egg, just potent, I don't even know how to describe it. But I was going to vlog when I was changing out the batteries and show you guys, but by then it was pitch black outside, and I was uh, doing it with a flashlight and my phone and a flashlight, and then I keep a set of tools on my truck. Um but yeah, so anyways, what uh what I ended up doing was, I replaced all four batteries, but it was about 8:30 that night. And so Pilot, the one in New Brunsville, it doesn't have a maintenance shop, doesn't sell batteries, doesn't have any of that stuff. And so with as bad as the battery was, had smoke coming out of it, and the way they were smelling, and they were extremely hot to touch. The first two, the third one was warmish, and then the fourth one, felt normal. But so what I did was I called TA. So there's a TA about 7 miles up the road. So I called TA and asked them. They have batteries, so I was able to get batteries from them. I just asked them how much it would be to get a set of batteries, and then have them delivered. And so for any of you guys that have never used TA as far as roadside assistance, just know that their roadside assistance is $125 an hour and $1.50 a mile. So that would get expensive really, really fast. But anyways, they had to call and actually get permission from Pilot to come down and work on Pilot's premises. And so I waited, I think it was about 10 o'clock by the time they actually got the batteries down to me. But a big, huge shout out to the guys at TA. I mean, they did everything over the phone. I was just able to tell them, what was my cold cranking amps on the batteries I currently had, whether they were, a top mount or side mounts, and all that. And then, they gave me a couple of different options. So I think they had the one battery was $158, $158 a battery, and it was 760 cold cranking amps, which all I do, I'm regional driver, I just do the 1112 Western. I spend quite a bit of time in Denver, but for me that's more than plenty. I've never had any issues. And so all said and done, the total for the batteries was $728. That was for 4 batteries delivered, and then I took the old batteries out and I installed the new batteries, so I didn't have to pay for them to do anything. I just paid them just to deliver them, essentially. But they're really easy to take out and replace if you guys ever need to do it. I mean, I could have had it old ones out, new ones in 45 minutes, but I took the old ones out and went and stuck them down under the trailer just because of how bad that one was smoking and stinking, and that way I could try to air out the cab of my truck, because the cab of my truck was just filled. I don't know if it just came up under the floorboards or how it got in there, but I had to open all the doors, the windows, the little hatches in the back. Yeah. And then once I got the new batteries in, I just turned on the ACs full blast and just had to sit there and just air it out, because there was no setting in here. So just the little bit of time that I spent behind my shirt and behind my coat, like that, I still, felt half nauseated by the time I was done. But yeah, so just so you guys know, hopefully that helps you guys out if you ever feel like your batteries are going dead. They give you key signs, but anyways, this guy wants to talk to me, so I'll let you guys go. Like, subscribe, and share.